Tonight on DFY Magic Themes, we're going to talk about Google AI and how it can affect your website. Well, it's that Friday feeling again. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. Nice to see everyone. First in the room tonight was Jeff, followed by Richard, followed by Stefan, Sarah, Paul P, Paul Joblin, Laurie, Colin, Spider-Man, who's Bob, and anyone else will pop in as they go along. Tonight we're talking about AI and Google's update. Nothing to panic about. It's just you've got to use it to your advantage. And when we get to the Inner Circle, we're going to give a few examples of that for Inner Circle members only. If you're not a member yet, dfimagicthemes.com/live for you, the number 4 and you. And he says,
Happy Friday.
Good to see everyone again. I don't know where the weeks go by. They whiz by like mad. It was an interesting week this week because last weekend I took my lad and his sisters down to an area called Poole in Dorset. Some people know it. And they went to a lovely swimming pool with flume rides, and Ollie went down the rapids with his sisters, lost them, got stuck halfway round, and a lifeguard had to pull him out, and he was all upset. And that's the first thing he went on. He went, I want to go home, but in the end, I managed to make him smile. And on the Inner Circle, if I remember, I'll tell you a story about that with that. And then it's my partner's birthday on Wednesday, so we had to make sure she is pampered and happy and stuff like that. And then in between that, we've been doing support tickets, which have been super interesting. Some of them have taken a bit longer than expected to find fixes. I think that's sort of covered, isn't it, Robert? And you've been digging your garden, haven't you?
Well, my honeydew list got longer. So I've been trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
But we know
you can't make everyone happy. That's the thing in life.
No, you can't.
And it's the same in business, really. There are times when you get customers who, no matter what you try and do for them, sometimes they're just not happy. I've had it in my own agency. I had a customer who paid a lot of money up front. I built a website for him. He wanted it to be redesigned. We kindly did it for him again. Then he wanted it redesigned again. And I said to him, we've got the original agreement. You've got 2 sites now for the same price. We're not doing it again. He threatened all sorts of legal action. I said, we look at my terms and conditions, look at the contract. If you're going to threaten me, I can't work with you anymore. I'm sorry. We're going to end it there. And I wish you all the best. And I didn't hear from him again because I managed to do a watertight agreement between me and him of what I was going to do for him, which is why it's really important if you do any private work for people, direct work for a website, you have to make sure you got every angle covered compared to owning your own properties, which is what we do in the rank and rent industry. Get a site
and that's
up,
why
rent
we
it
do.
out. Yeah. because if someone goes, I don't like that color blue on the website, well, you're renting the site. Sorry, you're not. If you're not happy, I'll rent it to somebody else. I'm just sending you leads, and that's the idea behind it ultimately. So, but thing we want to talk
But
about. Go on,
so
Robert.
just to touch on that for a second. Things that are going to happen
Hmm.
and how you handle situations will directly affect not only your relationship with your clients, but who your clients will be.
Yeah.
When, the old saying of you want to treat people the way you want to be treated, right? And
Hmm.
when you are in any disagreement or any situation that you want to really make a point, you can. You can go out and leave reviews and get upset. But by the time you're said and done, what changed? What's going to happen? And like for just a simple thing, right? I had dirt delivered by the local Home Depot, and I thought I was saving myself trouble going back and forth to the store because I needed a lot. So I made a delivery order. Figured for the $80 they charge for the delivery, I'll get a couple pallets worth of stuff delivered. It's less wear and tear, the time that you save. So what do? They deliver half the order. I get one pallet, I don't get two pallets. I'm like, where? I needed the dirt. I don't care about the other stuff, the mulch and the rest of it. I don't care. I needed the dirt. Where's the dirt? Oh, they'll probably bring it on another truck. Well, the another truck was 3 days later. So it didn't help me on the original delivery that I wanted. The does it matter at the end of the day? Nothing did it change? The only thing that changed is it delayed what I was going to do 3 days for me. But however, getting online with support and raising hell with support and getting all pissed off at that doesn't do me any good. Support has nothing to do with what happened. I'm just saying this in reference. Like, if you look at this for your agency, if you look at this handling clients, me getting online and blasting them about how could you be so stupid and not be able to deliver both my pallets on the same day when I ordered it, that person in support isn't the one driving the truck, isn't the one that put the order together at the local store, but they're the ones that get blasted all the time. So you got to pull back sometimes and think about, who am I speaking to? And blasting that person online or on the phone was not going to make that dirt magically appear in my yard. So when you go through these scenarios, being able to talk to people rationally about what the problem is or what the problem isn't, right? And sometimes people are people, they come across angry for a reason. And I had this discussion uh, with my wife a few days ago. When people get so irate, what does it do for them? And she's like, well, in some cases, it must do something for certain people. Because if they do it all the time, maybe they get their way once in a while. But for me, it doesn't work. The more irate you come at me about a problem, the less I want to do anything about it.
Hmm.
You just talk to me like a person. I want to help you all day long. But that's just me. And I think that's the way that most people are. They want to be helped. They don't want to be taken advantage of. And they just want to get to a resolution of whatever the problem might have been.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to look at this. And Stephen and I, we get defensive on the support desk when we see things that are getting abusive towards, usually it's Greg, because he's the in-between guy, right? A lot of times.
Hmm.
And we don't blast back. We just wait, think about the scenario before we answer sometimes. Because we have tickets in front of us of people that we want to help. And when we're spending our time doing tickets that are about something that somebody is unhappy about something. It doesn't really in the end at the end of the day, we'll tell you to go somewhere else. Go get the service somewhere else. If you don't want our hosting or you don't want something, it's okay. Do what you gotta do. But um it was very eye-opening this week for some support tickets that people had put in and how little people can be when they're fighting for themselves. Look at the big picture always. Look at whoever you're trying to get help from, as well as helping others. Know that they appreciate that you're helping them. Sometimes they'll never tell you. That's just their personality. But at the end of the day, if they're paying you, then they're telling you that you're doing a good job. At the end of the day,
Mm.
if they're telling you that they like your service and how you handle things, you're doing a good job. You have to sometimes go back out and ask for those things from certain types of individuals. There's personalities that love to tell you that you're doing great, and there's personalities that will never tell you anything. But you're supposed to know that you're doing great just because they're still talking to you, I guess. So at the end of the day, treat people the way that you want to be treated, but at the same time, think about them as people in what you're trying to get done. Because that's what's going to matter here. It's that personal connection always. Know, like, and trust comes from the personal connection. So I
No,
just wanted to say that.
I agree with you on that, Rob. Absolutely. Do you know something else? And it's been really nice because we've everyone who signed up for the hosting. Thank you for being understanding on it. And like uh, Paul Joblin, Tommy, and Lane kindly left a review on the Gumroad page where they purchased from, and that's really nice of you to do so because it's nice to know that we are giving you the support that you need at the end of the day, and that's what we always try and do. We also get it that we don't know what's going on in your lives, and so sometimes when we get a message that it comes over, oh, this isn't working right, and you're not helping me, and da da da. We sometimes understand that people have stresses in their lives. We always go back in a very calm, gentle way. So we're trying to help you. Sometimes it's not always explained what the issue is. My favourite ticket some year, probably about a year ago now, was it's not working, and I just laughed. And I went back. I had to go back and say, "What's not working? Your light bulb, your telly." you know, I just found it very amusing. And then they came back and said, "My website. Well, can you elaborate a bit more what the issue is?" And that person who's not with us now went. I need a call and I want it tomorrow. And when you go, I want it. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. You haven't explained to me what the issue is. You haven't given me access to your site. You haven't, we want all sorts of things. I want to win the lottery tomorrow, but it ain't going to happen because I don't play the lottery, But that's how things are at the end of the day. We try and support people the best we can, and that's what we do. So,
Thank you,
mm,
Paul.
yeah.
Paul
Paul
said that
just
he's
said,
surprised to hear.
yeah, go on.
Surprised to hear the conversation because my experience with both of you doing a great job in support and teaching. It's not that we're always doing a great job. We're doing our best to help no
Mm,
matter what the situation is. But there are always, I guarantee you, there's always going to be people in your life that you just gel and
mm,
you understand what they're thinking before they even think it. And then
mm.
other people, no matter what you do, you clash. You just bang heads from the beginning and it'll never change. It's just personalities. But for the majority of our conversations and our support tickets, the percentage of anything that's negative is very, very small.
I
But
I loved
it
as
does
well.
come up.
I loved as well, Robert, that we had a couple of our members who said in a message, I want to move the hosting to my own hosting, right? And they came over in a way, it's sort of, I hope you don't mind sort of email. And it was like, me and Robert always said, it's a business decision on your part, Um, and that's how we've always seen it. We won't be offended by people who've moved away from us. They just understand if something doesn't work on their hosting, we can't help them with it.
Right.
You know, if something's not right, we say you have to go to your hosting provider and ask them why isn't it working? Why, you know, unlike when we supply the hosting, we can go and have a look. We can talk to the server team and sort that out. You know, but on other notes, I wanted to talk about Google AI. Coach says it seems to have gotten worse since the eclipse. I've had two really crap service providers in the last 10 days. You guys have always been rock solid. Thank you. Yeah, it's probably the sunlight that's caused the damage to them, Steve. But Google, in their last update, made a big announcement. And in layman's terms, basically what it means is if you take AI content and it's crap and you put it up online, you're going to get your site damaged. But in my opinion, it goes with any content. If you've got a plumber site and you got an article about electricians, non-related, and it's badly spelt and badly written, well, you're not going to rank very well compared to a decent document that you've read through. And this is why anything with AI, you do need to read through it. Or if it's a video, an AI video you created, then watch it, play it back, make sure it makes sense. I made my son laugh today. I created an AI video and I'm testing some things with TikTok. And if it goes well, I'm going to share it with you guys in a few weeks' time to see how it goes, how it works. But what was interesting was I uploaded a video and I put the wrong title on it. So the title on the TikTok video was not related to the video I uploaded. I uploaded the wrong I put the right video up with the wrong title. And when I explained it, my son was in tears of laughter, he was. So I had to go back in and hide the video quickly until I got time to delete it. And then I put the right one up. And interestingly enough, this video I put up today, I've got a channel running that on average was getting about 300 to 400 views per video. And this AI video I put up today hit nearly 800 views in the first 10 minutes. Yeah. I see Laurie going, wow. And so I'm testing some stuff with AI out at the moment, and I want a couple more weeks. When I'm sat in my home, my partner's watching a crime scene TV, and I'm not into that. I've got my laptop on, and I just tinker. I do things that I enjoy doing and messing around to find ideas to help you guys in your business. And so that's why I'm testing these ideas out, just to see how they work. And if it goes well, in a couple of weeks' time, I think I might have something on one of our live for yous in a circle only to share with you guys. But once again, that content I created, I played back the video and I made sure it made sense. And I have created AI videos where I've got them, played them and gone, well, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't pronounce the words correctly, or the image is not related. You do a video about pets and it ends up having a politician on there instead. Up comes a picture of a dog, and they're talking about, and instead of a picture of a dog, it's Donald Trump by mistake, something like that. So at the end, it's making sure that your content is good and reliable, and especially if you're doing facts. For example, if you're going to do an article about how to fix your leaky pipe, and AI generates something that gives the wrong advice, you have to fact check. You have to make sure everything's correct, make sure it's grammatically good. I started playing around with funny enough, with Grammarly. That's what it's called, isn't it, Robert? Grammarly.
Well, that's fixing your text.
Yeah, so you take your text for an AI video from ChatGPT, and you put it into Grammarly, and then you say, please just sort it out for me, and check and tidy it up and spin it and whatever else, and it normally comes out a lot better. And then you throw it into an AI program to create a video. Once again, I read through what I'm creating. It's really, really clever. Paul saying, don't ever delete your videos on TikTok. Just make them viewable only to you. Yeah, that's what I've done with that one. Thank you for that tip, Paul. It's interesting. Everyone's panicking online. You see all these videos and all these lives and stuff where everyone's going, oh, your website will get damaged. I saw an advert the other day for a product, and I'm trying to remember what the product was. It will come back to me, and it was I think it's called Revoicer, and they were talking about something can get damaged with if you're not careful with what you're using. I can't remember the full advert, but I argued. I think they're talking about AI and stuff on it, or was it another product? Hang on, I'll get the product in a minute. It'll come back to me. It wasn't Revoice; it was another product, and it's one that posts content for you automatically online. And the content itself, very much indeed, cause it, causes concern about they're talking about AI and it can cause you issues. And yes, if the quality of the content is rubbish, absolutely. But in my opinion, no. If you're doing good quality content, you're not going to have any problems with it. So if you want to add to that, Robert?
Not exactly to that, but I'm going to say it's interesting how, as much as the AI thing is going on, and we're kind of dabbling in it ourselves, and our dabbling is we are almost, in the eyes of local businesses, we're experts in AI already because they have no clue. They know what AI is, they think, but they have no clue how to use it yet or where to go get it. So you being the one above with the knowledge of AI and how to use it and how to make things go is another advantage. And don't be shy to share that, because you coming across to your clientele, your potential clientele, showing them how to use AI to their advantage can bring them in because they still don't want to do it. They want to know how, but they don't want to do at the end of the day, right? So if we understand how to use it and we understand how we can show others how to use it to their benefit, writing emails to their customers, writing content descriptions about what their products and services are using AI, even comes down to writing legal documents. I'm not saying you don't go to an attorney, you don't go to a professional, but you can get started with something using AI, just asking it. And then have when it comes to legalities, I'll always say go to a qualified legal professional. When it comes down to it, and especially if you're saying this to your clientele, tell them the same, because you don't want that falling back on you because they didn't do something correctly. But at the end of the day, sharing knowledge, I used to think that you keep everything close to the chest. You don't share what you know. But at the end of the day, if you share, you tend to bring people closer to you quicker to then trust you to work on these items with them. That's what I've learned the hard way. So think about that when you're talking to potential clients, how they want to know how to get things done, in some cases cheaply, right? But we have to show them the difference of being, what's the word I'm looking for, politically correct here. Instead of being tighter than a duck's ass, know that spending some money is going to help you in the long run by not diverting you from what you do that really makes you money, right? You're going to come out and try to learn AI, and you're going to learn how to do this, and you're going to learn how to do that, but you're spending all that time on something that's not making you money. Let me do what I do for you and make you more money while you make money doing what you do the right way. And we have to be able to document, why is it better to have somebody deliver a truck to my home, even though it cost me $80, than going to the store multiple times to carry literally thousands of pounds of material that's just not worth it to spend that time going to the store to pick it up, go back to home, to go back to the store, go back home, go back to the store, when I can do it in one delivery, one shot, Other than they screwed up the delivery, it was perfect. I didn't spend any time in the store. So you have to be able to show them that the difference of spending that time to get something done that you don't know how to do versus having somebody do it for you. Well, you make more money doing what you know how to do that makes you the money for your business. But that's all in talking to clients. That's all in your business relations is what we're really getting at there. So as we've been doing with Done Few Magic Themes from the very beginning, has been to automate, make a sequential system, agency, directory, niche sites, video ranker, magic ranker, be able to rank sites. But we're not pushing the ranking until we have clients on board in the sites. That's the plan. And it has been the plan from the very beginning. And when you guys get to see the training that we've been working on over the last couple of weeks, it starts to come together more fully. And it's really neat how the directory site can pick up your niche site, pick up your agency site, and it starts becoming your own little network of authority. And it's a long-term plan. It's not going to be done in 30 days and you guys are finished. You're constantly working at this. You're building your business. But the end goal is to spend that 80% of your day with clients, not building websites, because the clients are where your money's coming from. So keep that in mind as we're going forward. We're getting there with these things coming in play. And it's really nice to have the tools that are going to help you do this in a very simplistic, easy way to do it. And Steve and I are too, we're behind ourselves. We're so busy building this stuff for you guys. We're not doing it ourselves. So we're trying to pick up the pace on our own localities. And that's what we're currently working on a lot as well. All right, Steve, what do you think?
I agree. We're going to leave people from the free channels tonight because I need to do a couple of adjustments on something. And so we're going to switch over to the inner circle only. And we'll see everyone on the next live for you very, very soon. I'm just going to switch over now. Inner circle. All right. Bye, free groups.
Take care, everybody. Have a good week.